Hey there, everybody. Have you ever been victorious in something? Personally, I'm a guy who really doesn't get to taste victory all that much. In fact, about 90% of my recent victories have been in casual sports betting, and 90% of those people still haven't paid me back. Hey buddy, remember that $5? But recently, I've claimed victory in an industry that's not sports betting, which is what I'm talking about in this video. So this all happened because my sister is a part of a group that gets elementary school kids to run after school with the eventual goal of completing a 5K. The 5K that they run is open for community members too, so back in March I was pitched with the possible idea of me running said 5K, which I immediately rejected. Now over the past year I've been working out at the gym with my dad every other day, so on one hand there was a good chance I could make the distance without any issue, but on the other hand I know I'm not exactly a strong and fast runner, and honestly I wasn't really looking to get smoked by a bunch of elementary schoolers, middle-aged parents, and probably a few old ladies. Anyway, 2 months after I rejected the original pitch, I was pitched the idea again, and good thing too, because at this point I was feeling a lot less lazy and decided to sign up. Anyway, there was no turning back now, but the problem was that I signed up only 3 weeks before the race, which gave me only 3 weeks to prepare for the 5K. Which is not good, because this is the first 5K I've run in 8 years, and while I do run a mile after weightlifting every time I go to the gym, 3 miles is a lot more than that, and I already need my inhaler to even make a mile. So this was going to be a feat to pull off. My dad was also running the 5K, so we decided that the best way to train for this was just to run a 5K in the comfort of the gym 5 days before the 5K to see if I could last a 5K without keeling over and dying. Yeah, I'm not making that. After running the pre-5K 5K, I was fairly sure that the 5K was achievable for me to run, but I was also even more certain in my statement that I would be passed up by at least 3 seniors because my lungs weren't very happy during that run. So the day the 5K comes around, and I was about as ready as I could be. My buddy Charles was also running the 5K, which ensured that I would be destroyed by at least one person, and when the race started, I started my run and was immediately passed up by every kid there. Man, I'm done for. At least that's what I thought, but not actually, because after about 30 seconds, at least 95% of the kids there slowed to a walk, and in turn the parents running with them slowed to a walk. I and about every other out-of-shape person who wasn't tethered to their kids started passing up these kids left and right because apparently these kids couldn't do more than 30 seconds of actual running. Now believe me, there was no way I was passing up the athletic people, and I wasn't exactly fast, but I passed up about every kid who was a part of the program. Which is strange because if these kids have been training for a 5K and can't run a 5K, I'm really starting to question how effective this program is. Are we really gonna let ourselves get passed up by that guy? In the end, I finished the race in about 30 minutes, which wasn't very good, but it was faster than about 80% of the participants, and I ended up beating my dad and sister by 20 minutes. Now granted, Charles in the athletics beat me by about 6 minutes, but I don't think that negates my success. Losers. I do feel kinda bad for my dad because he was stuck with my walking sister the entire time, but at the same time, if you're being chased by a bear, you don't exactly try to stick with the slowest person there. I also got my mom mad because I left her a voicemail after the race, and it happened to notify her of that right as she was trying to record my dad and sister running across the finish line. Where are you? I need Powerade. In my defense though, it would be dishonest to record my dad and sister running across the finish line because they walked the entire race. Anyway, that's how I ran my first 5K in 8 years. Did running this 5K make me look any less out of shape? Probably a little bit. Will running this 5K help me get a girlfriend? Not if the girl was at the 5K. Do you got any albuterol? But I am proud of myself for running it and dusting a bunch of elementary schoolers. Thanks for watching.